Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by Paul Hyland Jr. You're weighed in, you're fueled up, ready to rock and roll.
Yes, well and ready to rock for tomorrow night, yep.
Talk to me about Maxi Hughes then now. He's coming off two great wins against John O'Carroll and Kotochikov out in Dubai. You expecting the best Maxi Hughes tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, Maxi's a tough competitor. I'm expecting him to bring a good 12 rounds here. Fight tomorrow, that's what we're training for, that's what we have trained for. I'm expecting a good tough 12 rounds, so whatever comes bonus. Whatever comes will be a bonus. But we're conditioning and ready in the mind to whatever needs to be done.
Maxi took this fight on 4 weeks' notice. You've had a little bit of time to know that you're fighting for this British title and stuff like that. Do you think that'll play a factor in this fight?
No, I'd be foolish to look like it in that way. Maxi's always training. I know he's been helping our boys out and stuff in the gym. But yeah, as you say, I've been training a long time for this fight. Whilst pulled out in over COVID complications, and then now Maxi pulled in, so it was put back in orbit. But no, I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting it to be handy in any way. I know Maxi's a tough competitor, but I just see myself being victorious at the end of it.
Talk to me about Liam Walsh. I mean, he was meant to take this fight, and then Maxi took it in 4 weeks' notice, like we spoke about. Has that hampered or altered your training camp in any way? Because Maxi is a totally different fighter than Liam.
Yeah, well, they're sort of back similar stance, but no, it hasn't really affected me too much. We've been focused. We've trained for a tough fight here. It's a British level, so I'm obviously training hard for it. We did change our sparring up a bit once it was changed. We went down to Dublin and sparred Rag Donovan to suit me a bit better. He boxes similar to Maxi, but in my mind it doesn't affect me at all. I've got to focus on what I need to do and be making sure I do it tomorrow night.
How are you finding this sort of like bubble life, the sort of in the hotel, can't go anywhere, every fighter's around each other and stuff like that? How are you finding it?
Yeah, no, it's strange, but it's a new normal at the minute, as they speak, isn't it? It hasn't really affected me too much, because whenever I have a fight I just chill out in the house and relax and don't really run about too much and conserve my energy and stuff, so it doesn't really bother me at all.
What does this British title mean for you, like winning this title and stuff like that? We know that some fighters that they go on and they try and defend it out 3 times and win it outright and stuff like that, but we've seen right now with this sort of like pandemic and everything that's going on in this world that bigger fights can happen in the blink of an eye. It takes us one phone call now, do you know what I mean, because we can't fly opponents over and whatnot. So what's your sort of plan going forward? All going well tomorrow night. I know you're not looking past Maxi, but are you one of them fighters that want to win it outright, or if a bigger fight comes your way, you're going to take it?
Look, I would be foolish to look past Maxi. I wouldn't disrespect the fighter and look past him. I'm training for after tomorrow night, but yeah, if Mark's my manager, Mark Dunlap, so whatever he says best for me, I fight. I don't lap fights, as you can see from my record. I fight whatever fight suits me best, I fight it, so I do.
I said this to Max, and I've said this to Gary Cully, and I've said it to nearly every single lightweight that I've spoke. Lightweight division right now, domestically and at world level, is like unreal. It's a sexy division, all the fighters you can name in it. Do you know what I mean? So for you, like, how excited are you to be in this 135-pound division?
Yeah, big time. I make it way comfortably. I was comfortable this morning. I was still pretty strong on the scales. So I can see myself as a good contender in the lightweight division, and I want to show it tomorrow night. Whatever big fights, as I say, Mark can arrange for me. As long as it suits me, I'm taking them. I don't care who it is. I fight any man in front of me, as long as I train well and condition well, and I'm a mindset I fight anyone.
Looking ahead and stuff like that, obviously every fighter grows up, they want that British title or they want to become European champion, stuff like that, but every fighter has that dream of fighting for that world title and stuff like that. We've seen it with fighters, sometimes they get that step up once they win a sort of domestic title, like a British title, European. We've seen Tennyson do it, we've seen Luke Keeler do it, do you know what I mean? Liam Williams as well, who's fighting Andrade next month and stuff. So we've seen fighters that win British titles and stuff like that go on to get that world title shot. So it's not unrealistic to say that 2, 3, 4 fights down the line for you, you could be facing these guys, because it has been done before.
That's every boxer's dream, isn't it, to be a world champion? So you take it each step at a time. This is now my task in front of me to win this British title, and then I'll push on from there. Whatever, as I say, suits me best, I take a fight. If it's world level fight, that's what you train for. That's what you want to be, a world champion. So if it comes around, I'll be jumping at it with both hands.
I mean, I mentioned the lightweight division at world level. I mean, Teofimo Lopez's and Javante Davis, Ryan Garcia's, Devin Haney's, Luke Campbell, Lomachenko. Do you know what I mean? James Tennyson as well, thereabouts as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a ridiculous division, isn't it? So when you hear these names, and
the biggest names in boxing, they're all in the lightweight division. So I'll give it a bit of mixing with one M boy someday. Yeah, it's every boxer's dream, as I say, to fight for that level, and they're the biggest names in boxing. As you say, Tini, he's pushing up, or he's knocking on a world title shots very soon. Me and him's boxed along from, we've been amateurs right up, so we have. So it's good to see him doing well, and I'm looking to follow suit.
Well, James is fighting. Well, looks like he's going to fight Ricky Burns, a country. But yeah. So what's your thoughts on that fight then?
Yeah, I think Tenny will just have too much power for him. Ricky Burns is a great champion. He's done some tough fights, like, so he has. He's well domesticated. But I can see Tenny doing the business, like, definitely.
Going back to you then, is what, sorry?
A young and hungry.
Definitely, and well, Ricky's just a tough old man.
He's tough as boots, like, I don't see it being an easy fight. People saying he's going to blast him away, but I do see Tenny doing him in, like, but it's not going to be as easy as what people are thinking. Ricky's a tough competitor, but it'll be an exciting fight, so it.
Definitely, I totally agree. Now, going back to you're fighting probably the biggest fight of your career, and there's going to be no crowd there and stuff like that. How are you going to find that, do you think?
Look, as I say, it is what it is. It's strange times with all the COVID stuff, but it could actually benefit me, so it could, because whenever I have a big crowd, I get good support back home, and I always get drawn into fights easy. If I caught a shot and I hit a crowd, I charge in and stuff. So with no crowd, I may be able to relax a bit more, and I can box and just stay calm so I can and pick my shots better. So in my mind, it wouldn't really affect me, like, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow night.
I said to mention that Maxie's on a good run of form and stuff like that, and you're going to get the best Maxie Hughes tomorrow night. But for people this is going to go live on IFL TV tomorrow night, for people that's going to watch your fight against Maxie and that, what kind of performance can we expect from yourself?
Yeah, well, Maxie, I'm expecting a good tough 12 rounds. That's what we've trained for. We're conditioned for that. If I get anything coming or anything early, it's a bonus to me. But I'm ready for 12 tough rounds. I can box, I can fight, I can do whatever it needs to be done. So I'm going to take it to him and see how it goes.
That British title come home with you?
Definitely, yes. Definitely see myself victorious. It's just in my mindset for this fight and my training so far. It's been brilliant. I know there's a lockdown on back home, but I can honestly say it's probably the best physically and mentally I've been towards any fight. So I'm fully focused on what needs to be done tomorrow night.
Well, I won't keep you much longer. I know, like, you're fighting tomorrow night, you're weighed in and stuff like that, so it's quite tough speaking to fighters when they're refueling up. They just want to get in there and fight.
Give me 10th dinner into me now for the day. So
well, I won't keep you much longer then. Well, I do appreciate this fight for TV, and good luck tomorrow night.
Yes, thanks very much. Cheers, lads.
Anytime, Paul. Thank you.